What's going on, everybody? Rainy Storm checking in. Hey, 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 hey. Checking in. How y'all feeling? Saturn kicking y'all ass yet? You're lying if it's not. You're lying if you say Saturn is not kicking your ass. We are currently Sun in 11 degrees of Sagittarius. We got the moon currently in Scorpio. Mercury has just retrograded back into Scorpio. Venus is currently in Scorpio. Pisces, Mars in Pisces. Jupiter in Sagittarius. Saturn in Capricorn. Uranus in Aries. Neptune in Pisces. Pluto Cap. We don't have no Virgo. We don't have no Taurus. We don't have no Leo. We don't have no, who else? No Aquarius. We don't have no Libra. And we don't have no Cancer. And I think that's about it for yeah, that's about it. Neptune. Go back to this cam. Neptune and Pisces. 8th house matters. So, how y'all feeling? What lessons has Mercury retrograde taught you so far? I mean, we'll be going back direct, I think, on the 6th, but still, what in this transit has Mercury retrograde taught you? I know for me, I've been digging a lot more into my North Node in Sagittarius in the 10th house and really getting down to the nitty gritty of, yo, what do you really want? Because either you're going to keep working in jobs and doing things that don't match your fullest and truest self, or you're going to create what it is that you want to create in order to feel fulfilled and successful in whatever you define as your success. Illusions, intuition. That's another thing that I've been tapping into is, especially reading about North Node and Sagittarius. It talks a lot about how we, as North Node Sagittarians, a lot of the times will try to use logic to explain something when really our intuition is really trying to tell us something. But we either don't want to, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm the type of person to be without the crowd, but basically people pleasing. You know, you want to make sure everybody's good. You want to make sure everybody's cool. So you don't want to really say nothing or do nothing. So you kind of pull back and use logic to make excuses when really your intuition is trying to tell you something. Synchronicities. I mean, you ask the universe to show you something. You ask the universe to tell you something. The universe will tell you what the fuck is really going on if you listen. But you gotta listen. You really, really, really gotta listen. The 8th house, the transformational area of your life about shared resources and intense emotions. So, are you holding on to all of your resources like tightly and not using them for what they are? You know, are you feeling like you don't have enough resources when actually you do have enough resources, and you acting like you don't have enough resources to really make the moves that you want to make? Because right now, you have all the help that you need. And I'm going to keep reiterating this. I think I said this on the last video, but right now you have, especially with all this magical this magical Sagittarius Piscean energy going on. I mean, when I'm talking about higher, extra, celestial, whatever energy, higher beings, higher knowledge, higher selves, a connection to the spiritual realm. You know, you can make it real. You can make whatever it is that you imagine, you can make it real in this concrete matrix of a world that we live in. A lot of intense emotions coming up, especially with Mercury going back retrograde and back into Scorpio. Lessons learned from like childhood repressed. You know, like it's interesting that this, I think it's, well, I don't even know. We can't even say what this is. No, it's holding the ring. Never mind. I was about to go in on whoever this was. It looked like a little girl, but it might not be a little girl. We don't know. Or a little person, them, they, whatever. A lot of past things coming up, things that we have to face in order to move on into this new chapter that we're moving into. Because we are moving into a new chapter. Like, if you can't feel this energy, if you can't feel this energy of what we're about to move into, then I really don't know what to tell you. It's powerful. It's powerful, but it's calling you to do something that you've always had access to do, but you just never wanted to move on it because, you know, circumstances or fear or, you know, just wasn't the right time. Now is the time. Now is the time to make things real. Now is the time to make things concrete, you know, and really define, you know, what it is that you want, what it is that makes you feel like you are successful. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, you know, I just got my, I printed out my passport application today, and I will be submitting my passport this Thursday. So I'm really excited about that because I've been talking about traveling, and you know, Sagittarius is all about, you know, especially this Jupiter and Sag, you know, expansion and, you know, higher education and travel and foreign languages and foreign countries and foreign, just adventure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, my life isn't meant to be mundane. My life isn't meant to be, our lives, you know, isn't meant to be bland. I mean, if you want to live a bland ass life, that's on you. But really, you know, we're put on this earth to experience, and the more you open yourself up to want to take risk and learn different things and stuff like that, the more you'll grow. That's what this is all about. You know, I'm seeing like an earthy groundedness, but I'm also seeing like greens and hues of greens and blues. So throat chakra, heart chakras, a little bit of sacral chakra in the middle of this 8th house card, but not too much. It's like poking, but mostly it's a heavy focus on your heart and what you speak. What you are speaking on right now is rapidly. I know this is really, really small. So I got invited to a brunch the other day, and in the morning I was like, man, I was like wishing upon a mimosa. I don't know why this mimosa came into my head, and I was just like, mimosa. I was like, it'd be really great if they had mimosas. Got to the house, you know what they had? Mimosas. You know, just the smallest. You know, and I've been trying to do like the smallest forms of manifestation, and I know it's not the biggest, grandest thing, and those things will soon come that I want, that we want. You know, the things that you want will soon come. You just have to really be intentional about what it is that you want, not focusing on what you don't want and being pessimistic about the things that you don't want, because the things that you don't want will come. As a matter of fucking fact, the things that you don't want will come faster than the things that you do want if you focus negatively on. Okay, cards fell. If you focus negatively on your intent, if your intent is ill, then you're gonna face some ill shit. And on the opposite end of that, Um, I feel like with all this magnetic, magical energy that we are, entering, like this portal that we're entering, at the same time, even if you aren't wishing ill, or even if your mind isn't set in a pessimistic attitude, um, especially like Mercury retrograde being in Scorpio, and what else did it say? It was Venus in Scorpio. Just be mindful of the people that you keep around in your circle, in your field of folks. Like, if something isn't sitting right with you, if your intuition is telling you that something ain't right, it's probably because it's not right. It's just like, and it's not even just those particular planetary, situations going on. I mean, it's just a mix of everything that's going on right now. Just be very discerning. Use this Capricorn, Saturn and Capricorn energy to kind of like draw those boundaries. Like, no, cancel. Like, just keep that in mind. Moving through this, coming into this new year. Like, you don't have to be everything to everybody. You don't have to overexert your energy, especially as we move into this, especially as we are currently sitting in this North Node energy of Cancer and Capricorn. Capricorn can be very detached when it comes to people, and Capricorn is focused on the goal in mind. Climbing up that mountain. Being great and all that good shit. And Cancer in the North Node is going to have a strong focus on the home center. Like, what does home look like to you? What is not just your physical, but also like your inner home? What is that looking like? What is that feeling like? And your tribe, and everything that comes with it. What are you willing to commit to? And I see the number 8, the 8th house, but like, what are you willing to commit to in these next 8 months? On a daily, to get grounded. What do you fantasize about? What are your deepest desires and wishes and hopes? And how are you going to work on building on that? This is the perfect time to I know, don't get me wrong, go out there, meet people. This is a perfect time. Like, meet people, socialize and things like that, but also take the time to prepare. Tell you, Capricorn season, when we get to 2019 of Capricorn season, it's not going to be a game. You either going to be putting that work in, or you going to be sitting the fuck down. And ain't nobody going to be able to pull you. And ain't nobody going to be like, oh yeah, we got an extra seat. Nope. Capricorns will be like, 9 o'clock, it's time to go. Peace. Not looking back. Now, if it was Cancer, on the other hand, Cancer would be like, well, even though it is North Node energy, the South Node, Capricorn is like, peace. We good. Don't worry about it. We'll get it. Cancer will be the one to be like, no, we gotta go back and get him. We don't want to leave him. That type of shit. So, basically to sum all of this up, Mercury retrograde be having me. And then what's crazy is my Mars is trining my Mercury in Leo. So, like, in the 6th house of Virgo. So, like, when we having a Mercury retrograde, like, I feel like I'm super, super duper accelerated in all forms. But that's another story for another day. Basically, use this Capricorn energy to get focused, to get grounded on what you want in this upcoming year. Where do you see yourself going? What are you trying to accomplish? This Neptune energy, this Neptune and Pisces, remember that everything ain't what it seems. And to really get connected So really use this Capricorn energy to get grounded with your spiritual inner home. You know, pick up some type of meditative practice. You don't have to sit in like, what I recommend personally for me is like Tai Chi. I practice martial arts, so doing like some form of martial arts, um, some type of physical um, meditation, and also physical workout to like exercise like the mental energies, because it's a lot of like mental, cerebral stuff going on right now. So just, taking that time to like work it out right, listen to music, uh, different forms of therapy, especially if it's some of y'all out there that's struggling with addictions, alcohol, drugs, or anything that is addictive. Use artistic mediums to really like flex that out. And then we have the eighth house, which is ruled by Scorpio. Um, you know, going out there, sharing your resources, sharing yourself, um, putting things out there, especially as we move into Mercury going back direct. Just, you know, don't worry about so much of the editing. Like, it's no Virgo. We don't have no Virgo in the mix right now. Just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it out there. Communicate, directly communicate how you feel in this time, so there is no confusion, with anybody or any one situation, whatever, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have for right now, for the week. I will be doing, I will be doing monthly zodiac readings towards the end of the month. I'll actually start doing all signs. Like, each sign will have like their card reading for the month. Cause I thought I was gonna do. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just be reading charts. If I'm gonna do natal chart reading for each sign, or if I'm just gonna pull specific cards for each signs and like kind of. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it yet, but I think it's gonna be pretty dope. Moving into this next year, we're moving into a 12 year, so I feel like it'd be kind of dope to do like all 12, all zodiac signs for each one. And then I'll also be doing a full moon and new moon reading. So this Sagittarian new moon I'll be doing, and then for the full moon in Cancer at the end of the month, I'll be doing a reading for that as well, or just an energy reading, just channeled energy readings, and kind of go from there. I also will be posting animal totems, animal symbolism readings starting next year. I think I'll be just doing a monthly animal energy medicine to kind of lean on to for each month. And yeah, I think that's about it. As far as the updates, you can follow me at A Rainy Storm on Instagram, Facebook. No, does not say Facebook. I don't think I have the Facebook anymore. But yeah, Instagram. If you want to find me there, you can find me there. And that's about it. If you have any questions, hit me up. I do readings, personal readings, natal consultations, all of that good shit. So yeah, peace.